Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there is no chance of electrocution. Also, you need to turn off the water to the refrigerator. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the water filter housing assembly in a Samsung refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips and a flat blade screwdrivers and a 12mm open-ended wrench. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new water filter housing assembly and a new coupling. The water filter housing assembly is located in the fresh food compartment at the bottom on the right. It allows for easy water filter replacement and for storage of chilled water before it's being dispensed. There are a few reasons for the water filter housing assembly to be replaced. If it cracks, causing leaks, if the filter won't stay locked in, or if water won't pass through the filter base. Get to the rear of your refrigerator. To get to the part, we need to remove this bottom access panel. Using the Phillips screwdriver, take out the screws, open and remove the access panel. Put a towel under the water valve and using the 12mm wrench, unscrew the nut and pull the water line out. Slide it up out of the way. Using the Phillips screwdriver, take one screw on the right out and pull the water valve out as far as you can. Squeeze the sides of the cover box, drop it down, and remove. Push the tab on the side and disconnect the wire harness plug. Free the hoses from the bracket here. And now we can take the water inlet valve out. Open the clip and remove that support bracket. Don't throw it away, we're going to use it. Next, we need to remove those two locking rings. You can call it locking clamps. Pull out one and push out the second one. Right now we're gonna take out the tubes from the water valve, press down that collar and pull out the tube. And same thing on this one. For the time being, we're going to take this water inlet valve and put it aside. Now we need to take off this protective tubing. And also put it aside. Now I recommend you to take a picture of the order on these brackets. And now we can take these two retainer brackets out by removing that Phillips screws that holds them. And now we're going to remove these brackets of the water lines. And take another picture of this white bracket. And we can remove that Phillips screw and take off the bracket. No more pictures so far. We're just going to take this Phillips screw out and remove this cover bracket. So now we're going to remove this nut. Just pull it off. We're going to use it again. Don't throw it away. And peel the tape off. And prepare the hoses to be pulled out. All right, let's separate these two water lines by peeling this tape off. And now it's ready to be pulled out. Okay, let's remove the towel. Open the fresh food door. This is where the water filter housing assembly is located, right down there in the corner. Together, we need to take out the drawers and the shelf. Unlock the water filter by turning it counterclockwise, and then you can pull it out. If it's an old filter, replace it as a new one. If it has been recently replaced, you can keep it. Right now I'm going to take out that single Phillips screw that holds the assembly in. Lift the assembly up slightly, and then you can pull it aside. Let's open up the freezer door to get access to the tool panel here on the bottom. When you take 3 Phillips screws out to free the tool panel, and we can remove the tool panel. Place the towel underneath of the coupling. We're going to have water. And next we're going to use a flathead screwdriver to remove this cap. And then I'm going to press down the collar and pull the water line out. So we're going to do the same thing on the other end. Press it in and pull it off. We're going to use a different coupler, so we don't need to save it. And also this can be removed too. Now we can pull out the water filter housing assembly from the fridge. First we're going to pull out these 3 water lines. The ones that were attached at the back of the fridge. Alright, and now we can pull out this one. And we can completely remove it from the fridge. This is the old water filter housing assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Alright, we're going to bring in a new water filter housing assembly. And first we're going to install this line into this bottom opening. Just check it here so it would be long enough to get attached. All right, so and now we can slide these 3 lines into the rear opening. Feed them all in. And this water line have to be underneath of the housing. And this cutout goes over this roller here. We're going to secure that to the cabinet with a Phillips screw on the top here. And then we're going to insert the water filter. Push it in and turn clockwise. It's locked. See those 2 arrows? Has to match. Now we're going to connect those 2 water lines together using the new coupler. First, we're going to remove this safety cap. And then we're going to slide down the coupler all the way in to this black line. And then we're going to do that on the other side. Well, now it's secured. And we need to take out the towel, and then we're going to put back the toe panel. And we're going to secure it with 3 Phillips screws. Okay, we can close the freezer door. I'm going to put the drawers in. And the shelf. And now we can close the door. Next, we're going to install the cover bracket. There was a tab goes into the slot here. And we're going to put those 2 thinner water lines on the top and 1 thicker one at the bottom. And we're going to secure it with a Phillips screw. We're going to continue securing the 3 water lines to the cabinet. We're going to install the thicker one at the bottom. Then the blue one goes in the middle. And the second white one goes on the top. So now we're going to match the holes. And secure the bracket to the cabinet with a Phillips screw. Pull it forward above the tape here. Then we're going to secure it with the tape. Now we're going to continue securing the water lines. 2 black brackets. I'm going to put the thicker line again at the bottom. And I'm going to put this one on the top. Match the holes. And attach the bracket to the cabinet one at a time. Remove the protective cap from the line. And now we're going to install the outer protective tubing and the second one on the ice maker line. Okay, now we can put it into the water inlet valve. Alright, now I'm going to explain you which water line goes where. So we have this thick white one goes right in there in the bigger opening. That is your drinking water supply tube. Then this small white is connected to the small opening, and this is your ice maker line. This longer white line is connected to the water supply, main water supply to the fridge. And the blue one goes on the top of the water inlet valve, and that's what supplies water to the water filter. All right, so let's connect everything. I'm gonna squeeze it in. Pushing all the way. See, it goes to that black line. And we're going to connect the other one. All the way in. And now we're going to put it back in there here. That's as close as you can. Then we're going to plug the plug in. So now we can install the locking rings here, right? Slide under the collar. And the second one.
And then we're going to install it into the holder here, into the retainer. Okay. Now we're going to put cover box in place. And next is time for mounting the water valve on the chassis. So this little tab here goes inside the cutout. And then we're going to secure it with a Phillips screw. We're going to put in the bracket here at the bottom. Slide it on, and then we can lock it at the back. Push it on. And squeeze it to lock. So after that we can install the water line on the top. Slide the nut onto the end of the blue line. Then you need to push it hard on the top of the connector here, all the way on. If you can see, you don't see the metal. It goes all the way down on the bottom of this connector. Then we tighten the nut, first by hand, and then using the 12mm wrench, you can tighten a little more. Don't over tighten, as the second you will feel that it's not going anymore, you stop. All right. And finally we can install the access panel. Match all the holes and secure it with the Phillips screws. Turn the water on, plug the fridge back in, and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other repair videos available on our site, on Facebook, and on YouTube.